everyone, this is Georgia with Georgia's Crafty Creations, and I'm coming to you today with a project as part of May Made It's design team. We're going to make this cute little Valentine card. A lot of my supplies are packed right now because my ceiling has needed to be replaced in my craft room, so I had to make something with supplies I had on hand, which isn't much right now. So let me show you what I used to make this card. I used May Made It's Trixie's Valentine stamp set, and what I've done, the stamps we're going to use, I pulled them and put them on the back of the package to keep them handy where I needed them. And then the paper we're going to use is Simply Stories, the Romance Collection. We're going to use the paper that has the watermarked words, and then we're also going to use the paper that has the hearts on it. Set that aside, and then we're going to use art glitter glue, of course. Now I have a card base. This is 8.5 by 5.5. So it makes a 4.25 by 5.5 inch card. It's just a basic card base. And then you're going to need 2 sheets of the paper with the words on it, or background paper. These are 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. Then you're going to need one sheet of the heart paper cut at 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. And then I cut 2 hearts. Now I do have stitched heart dies that I used, but if you don't have heart dies, you can cut hearts with your Cricut or any machine or any other dies you have. But my hearts, the bigger one is a 3-inch heart and the smaller is a 2 1/4 inch heart. So we're going to set those aside for the moment. And the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to grab a cutter here. We're going to take our heart paper, and what we're going to do is we're going to line up the corners in the track of the cutter, and we're going to cut that diagonally. So we have 2 pieces for that, and we are going to use both of those. Then we're going to take one of the background papers and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to cut that diagonally. Okay, I didn't get that one all the way, so we're just going to pull it apart, which is fine. Now on this one, you can set one of these aside. You won't need it, but save it because you can always use it in another project. So we're going to set that aside. We have our pieces cut. Next, we're going to do our stamping. And the first one we're going to do is I'm just going to take this little heart and put it down here. And we're going to grab our I'm Just Wild About You stamp. And you can do it straight or angled. I'm going to do this one a little angled, just because I like it that way. And I'm just using some Brutus Monroe Raven Detail ink to stamp with. And we're going to do that one more time. There we go. I'll clean my stamps off in a little bit. We're going to grab that one out. Then I'm going to grab my big heart. And on my first one, my sample card, I don't like how close the dogs are to the sentiment, so we're going to move the dogs up a little bit. But we're going to stamp this all at one time. So we're going to move that little dog up. And I'm going to do them to where they're just about touching noses, so it looks like they're kissing or going to kiss. And then I'm going to grab my sentiment, and we're just going to put it right down below them. Still looks a little close. We're just going to angle their little legs up a little bit. And that looks pretty good. So we're going to ink those up. And that looks pretty good, except I want to get the dogs just a little bit more. I like the Misty because then you can just stamp it over and over till you get it how you like it, and that looks pretty good. So I'm going to pull my stamps off and lay them over here so I can clean them later. Now we can assemble our card. So I have our card base, and what we're going to want on the front, one more step I forgot, we're going to cut the front of the card. What you want to do is open your card up, and you're going to put into the trail for the cutting the bottom corner and the top corner. I almost forgot this step. And that looks good. And this piece you don't need either. You can set it aside. You can use it on another project. Now we can assemble our card. And what we're going to want on the front is our diagonal piece or triangle piece with the words. And then we're going to want the other triangle piece with the hearts. So I'm going to grab my art glitter glue. And we're going to get these two pieces put together first. However, I do want to put a piece of washi tape across this. I used the XOXO on my first card. On this one, we're going to use the hearts. And you're just going to want to take a piece and put it across your hearts. And you can use whatever washi tape you have available. That looks good. We're just going to tear that. And we'll flip it over. Now we can attach it to our front. My art glitter glue kind of squirted out there on me. So I'm not going to go that way because I'll get it all over my card, which I don't want to do. I'm just going to wipe that away with my finger. Seems my art glitter glue is a little watery, so I'm going to shake it up. I'm going to just put a dot there to hold that down. That's good. Then I'm going to take my double-sided tape and I'm going to run it along my edges. And we're going to go ahead and adhere that to the front of our card. I like doing stuff with angles. It just gives a little more interest. And then on the inside, we're going to put our paper with our words, and make sure your words, you get them going the right direction. Not sure why my glue is a little watery. Yep, my words are the right way. Thing with art glitter glue, it gives you a minute if you need to move this around. And then you're going to take your other triangle with your hearts and you're going to put it at the upper part of this. So when you close your card, you've got this nice little detail. This is a very, very quick card to make. The only thing we have left to do is to adhere our hearts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my card, or close my card, and we're going to find where we want our heart to sit. And then I'm going to carefully open it up. And I'm going to set this kind of on my cutting mat where I know where my line is. And I'm going to pull this apart. I'm going to use double-sided tape for this one. I'm just going to put 2 lines or 3 lines of tape, but you want to make sure that your tape doesn't come into the part that won't be attached to the card. Just get that back on there. There we have the front, and then what I'm going to do with our little heart is we're just going to take it and place it inside the big heart on the inside to just have a sentiment there. And that one we're going to use the art glitter glue. And there, that's all there is to it. So it says, "You stole my doggone heart, and I'm just wowed about you." Now you could make this for your husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, one of your grandkids, which I'm thinking this might go to one of my grandsons. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I would like you to like and share the video, and also subscribe. And I will list all the products for this down below, where you can go over to May Made It if you'd like to purchase them. And once again, just have fun crafting. Try different things. Simple is nice sometimes, simple and quick. But have a great day, everybody. Happy crafting.